This man personally killed hundreds of people, and yet Pablo Escobar trusted him with his life. His name was John Jairo Velásquez, Popeye. Today we're going inside his mind to expose the dark psychological tactics he used to control, recruit, and destroy, and how those same tactics are still used on people like you. The methods born on Medellin streets can appear anywhere, hidden in plain sight. Images flash like a broken reel. Blood on hands, mountains of cash, nights of impossible luxury, and cold bars closing in. Not just a killer's story, but a warning. John Jairo Velásquez was born in 1962 in Yarumal, a small town in the mountains of Antioquia, Colombia. He was not born evil. Like many boys, he wanted to wear a uniform, to have power, to be respected. A uniform promised order, strength, belonging. He tried the army. It did not stick. He tried the Navy. Again, a poor fit. The police academy. He failed there too. Each time, the door closed. The system he admired rejected him. In the 1980s, Medellin had another system waiting, a system with its own uniforms, rules, and brutal respect. He belonged nowhere. Limbo breeds danger, vulnerable to any offer of identity, no matter how dark. A loyal soldier without an army. He still craved rules. His definition was about to change. Rejected by respectability, embraced by utility. The boy who wanted a uniform was about to find a family and power. Past failures would melt into something far darker, a clear path forward, simple and dark. Guns as instruments of work. Orders without question. Be useful. Earn trust. Buy proximity to power. Usefulness became control. When the official doors slammed shut, another creaked open. It led into the orbit of Pablo Escobar. A myth to some, a devil to others. Immense wealth, terrifying power, outside the law. For Popeye, hungry for respect, it was intoxicating. Fast cars, sprawling mansions, nights pulsing with secrets, not an application, an introduction. He stepped into a different reality. Men with heavy gold rings smiled with predator confidence. People who never said no, who moved with purpose. Initial awe, then belonging. A twisted family, patriarch, older brothers, rules of a new life. Past weakness melted away, replaced by growing power. The path was dark, but simple. Follow orders, carry out jobs, be useful. Usefulness bought trust. Trust bought money, protection, proximity. And trust transformed into absolute control. In the Medellín Cartel, fear was a language, broadcast to the entire city. A single death became a public notice. Killers displayed their work so fear would echo across neighborhoods. Defiance has consequences. This is what happens to enemies, traitors, the uncooperative. Silence grows. Dissent dies. Obedience scales. Inside, fear keeps soldiers loyal through self-preservation. Everyone watches everyone else. The leader never has to. Sustained fear masquerades as respect. The maker of terror seems like a god. He becomes both disease and cure. Fear doesn't just control actions, it colonizes minds. Popeye knew, a whisper of a threat can be stronger than 1,000 bullets. Fear secures obedience, but charm forges devotion. He smiled, he joked, he called you hermano, brother. Kindness and mortal threat together. Your guard drops, chosen, part of a family. For family, you do anything. Every kindness becomes a debt. The pat on your back signs your fate. Fake brotherhood exploits the need to belong and traps you. Popeye used warmth as a weapon, as skillfully as a gun. Money was a tool of control. Some were lavishly rewarded, others got nothing. Calculated inconsistency breeds hope and desperation. The chosen become billboards for loyalty. The passed over, desperate. Desperation drives risk, danger, and proof of devotion. He decides who eats, who starves, who lives safe, who lives in fear. Competition replaces brotherhood. No one unites against the boss. A simple, cruel method, seen in offices and courts through history. Control the resources, and you channel ambition. Control ambition, and you control the men. The quiet art, collecting weaknesses. wives, children, debts, shames, filed in a mental library. A gentle question can remind you he knows where your daughter studies. A favor becomes a bond stronger than money. A single look can trigger compliance. When he knows your secrets, he holds a part of you hostage. A slow control growing over time. Perpetual anxiety. You obey not under direct threat, but because the perfect threat is always possible. Power woven into your life's fabric. Escape feels impossible. You won't rebel against the man who holds your ruin. The prison of constant danger. Police, rivals, informants, agents, enemies everywhere. A permanent emergency. Raids and ambushes survive only inside the group. Make the outside seem deadlier than inside. No one thinks of leaving. Paranoia is the point, not the byproduct. In war, orders aren't questioned. Define life as war. Demand obedience. Keep eyes outward. Never examine the cage you live in. He becomes savior. Shared trauma turns loyalty tribal. Popeye stoked this fire, keeping the gates of their mental prison locked. He learned the subtle arts of control. Simple, brutal, effective. They prey on basic needs: safety, community, purpose. Twist those needs into chains. See the locks before they snap. Where loyalty is manufactured, fear is the most reliable currency. He became an architect of fear and loyalty, a manager of the machine, a weapon that could aim itself. These aren't isolated tricks. They reinforce one another. Fear isolates, charm seduces, reward binds, secrets trap, danger cages. He knew how to build a cage in a person's mind. Eventually, terror turns on its master. The empire corroded from within. Popeye surrendered in 1992 and spent decades behind bars. Later, a strange celebrity. Interviews, stories, a platform. He gave interviews, wrote books, started a channel. He died in 2020. Empires built on fear consume themselves, but the tactics did not die with him. These tactics appear in subtle, sanitized forms, in abusive relationships, in corrupt politics, online manipulation, and public shaming. Learn the tactics. The first step to protecting yourself. If you see fear as a message, ask its purpose. If charm feels too intense, give yourself space. If rewards come with unspoken conditions, calculate the price. If vulnerabilities are being cataloged, guard your info. If one leader claims to be your only protection, look beyond. Your freedom begins when you can see the cage. Awareness is your first layer of defense. You can choose a different path. A story that, once heard, is hard to forget.